and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's get right into your reading. I just wanted to wish you all happy holidays, whatever you're doing, whatever you're up to, whatever you're celebrating, or if you're not celebrating the holidays. I'm so happy that you are here today. So let's begin by gaining insight into your connection. What is going on? What are the energies surrounding your connection? Can we please gain insight into what is going on in your connection? Okay, so we have here the Nine of... I want to say this is Nine of Swords, Five of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands. So what's going on in your connection is some, I want to say, painful realization. Maybe you're experiencing some painful emotions, experiencing the heaviness of being separate from your twin flame. And I want to say it's like these feelings are kind of like, it's just like an old habit. Sometimes when we are moving forward, but then these emotions come back, and these emotions are kind of like a habit, an old habit that is just repeating itself. And see how she's holding on to a blanket. I want to say, I hope that's what it is because I don't have my glasses on. But she's holding on to a blanket, or she's crying into a blanket. And she's like in this dark emotions. But as you can see, like there's light coming in. So I want to say, like, this is a really positive indication that when you're feeling these emotions, it's so that we can process them, clear them. They're emotions from the past. They're emotions from childhood where you felt similarly to what you're feeling now. And this is really a way of releasing them, because when these feelings come up, and despite it being like really painful and uncomfortable, they are coming up so that they can be released. So I love seeing that there is light coming through the window. And I want to say, like, on the other side of that window, you can feel like the presence of your twin flame. It's almost like you can feel what the truth is. And the truth is, you and your twin flame are always connected. You're always connecting, even when these heavy emotions come up. So you could be feeling like you really miss them, that a lot of pain may be coming up. Your situation may be triggering a lot of pain. They may be triggering a lot of pain within you. And I see this as such a positive thing, even though it may not feel positive, in the sense that it's part of processing what wasn't released from childhood, what wasn't released and processed from past lives. So these energies, these heavy energies, lay dormant within us. And the only way, well, one of the ways we can release them from inside us is to actually feel them. So you feeling these emotions, despite what may be going on around you, is to actually help you to release them. So feeling them is actually healing them, because when you feel, you heal. So it may not be comfortable, especially if you're celebrating the holidays. And typically during this time around the holidays is when these feelings tend to come up. For those of you who celebrate Christmas holidays, there's a lot of inner child association that happens with Christmas, because Christmas is a time where a lot of childhood memories come up. And so very often we try to suppress them because we're trying to keep it together, we're trying to be happy. But these emotions come up because they're from our inner child. So it's very natural for any type of heavy emotions, sadness, loneliness, depression, feeling neglected, abandoned, rejected. These are all very, it's very natural to feel these emotions, not only during this time of year, but during any time of life. But how I see it is that it's an opportunity to actually feel the emotion so that we can let go of it. It's no longer being stored into the cells of our body because we're not suppressing them. We're actually feeling these emotions, so they're able to be released from the cells of our body, from the memory. So you both may be experiencing this. And if you really feel like you're okay, there's no reason for you to feel like this, you could be picking up on your twin flame. And often what happens is that you pick up on each other. So it's really almost a challenge to differentiate whose feelings belongs to who. But twin flames, you share the same wounds. Twin flames share you share the same memory, soul memory. So it's very natural to that both belong to you. So whatever you're both feeling belongs to both of you. And a lot of the times you're helping each other. It's like maybe you're tag teaming, but you're helping each other to release them. Because if one of you is not really in a position to feel it and let it go, the other one kind of steps in and takes it on. And so this all happens like on an unconscious level, but it's out of twin flame love that you help one another to really release the past and release these feelings. And when you feel these feelings, it's a beautiful indication of healing. So I know it's not comfortable and I know it's not easy. It is part of the journey. It's a very natural part of the journey. It's very natural for these feelings to pop up really at any point along the journey, at any point in life. So we have the Four of Wands and the Five of Pentacles. Again, Five of Pentacles is feeling left out in the cold, feeling neglected, feelings of rejection. And if you're in separation from your twin flame and you're spending time around family, it's very natural to have these feelings come up because they're triggered by being in your family dynamic. Again, it's associated with childhood experiences, childhood memories of when you felt rejected, when you felt neglected, when you felt like you weren't paid attention to. So like what I'm really picking up is a lot of inner child, inner teenager, inner adolescent feelings that are really coming up. And again, for those of you that celebrate the holidays during this time of year, it's very natural. Christmas and childhood have so much like attachment to one another. So as much as we think that, oh, like you forget what happened, these feelings come up because Christmas reminds you of how you felt when you were a child. And for the most part, if Christmas is meant to be happy, so We often have a lot of happy memories, but there are also a lot of memories that weren't so happy that are also being suppressed, which come up as we get older in our adult years. And it is actually just to help us to release the past, release what had happened, release those emotions. And then we have the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands to me is a card of, I want to say like a foundation, like a strong foundation. A lot of readers see Four of Wands as a reunion card. So whether you're in separation or not, it's this beautiful energy of reunion, even if you're in separation. If you are in union, there is this energy of that's bringing you closer. And that's what, the holidays tend to do. The holidays tend to open our hearts, have forgiveness, and want to open our hearts to our twin flame. So this could be a beautiful indication that you're spending time together or planning to spend time together. This could just be connecting through your heart space and really feeling the love I'm getting. So it's all across the board of emotions for twin flames right now. Everything from, feelings from the past, sadness, loneliness, endings, betrayals, feeling neglected, rejected, left out in the cold, to feeling like you're in total union. And even if that's just like like you're feeling that inside, like you're feeling very connected to your twin flame. So I want to say, I'm also getting like cooperation or teamwork. You could be working towards something. You could be planning towards something together. You could be making plans. So lots of energies surrounding, and I'm getting like in the sense of emotions. So it could be like very, very happy, being cooperative, getting along, to feeling the entirely opposite. So it's very natural that from day to day it shifts and it goes up and down. Just ride the wave, and whenever you feel yourself doubting, like you can catch yourself and just make that conscious shift into one of gratitude, that you just feel this love for this person, even though some days you don't know why and some days you don't want to. Feeling gratitude for having love is a way to really help to kind of shift the energy for you. So those are the energies surrounding your connection. I know it's not easy. Let's see where you're at. What are you thinking about your twin flames? I'm going to use a different deck. Where are you at when it comes to your twin flame? How do you see them? Sorry about the shaking of the camera. Okay. How are you seeing your twin flame and your connection? What is going on with you specifically, the viewer who is watching? We'll just take 2 for now because these readings tend to go really long lately. Well, I ended up getting 3. Okay. So we have the Knight of Swords, we have the Page of Cups, we have the 5 of Pentacles. So how you're seeing your connection is you're seeing your twin flame as still running. And what you may not realize is that they are being guided not to run. To you, it appears like they're running, right? So to you, it looks like this person's running. But what's happening is that they're being divinely guided to be somewhere where they're supposed to be. So it's like this person is, trying to be on this motorcycle, but to you, it seems like they're running. So to you, it seems like they're running from you, that they're running from their connection. But what I'm really getting is that the universe is guiding them to be somewhere else. And it's not to be away from you. It's the universe is calling them to be doing something, to be somewhere. The universe needs your person to be where they need to be in their own lives. Maybe your twin flame has an unfulfilled childhood dream. Maybe your twin flame wanted to learn how to ride a motorcycle, and the universe wants both of you to fulfill your dreams, whatever those dreams are. So you're seeing them as running from you, but it's really their need to experience something that is missing in their lives. So they're being guided. And with this divine guidance, they will always be led back to you, because during this time is meant for you also to fulfill something in your own life that is missing, to fulfill your long lost dream, to learn maybe to ride a motorcycle, to fulfill something that you as a child wanted to do. So this person is also carrying like I don't know, is that a crossbow? Maybe you wanted to do crossbowing, maybe archery, maybe you wanted to run a marathon, maybe you want to travel. The universe is it's appearing like your twin flame is running, but it's really your need to fulfill something in your lives. And with the Page of Cups, I want to say that this is you're seeing your twin flame as missing from your life, like they're drifting away. And it's causing you to feel like there's no chance, or there's no possible way, or it just seems like at this point they're off in la la land and you're left with like emptiness in your heart. So it's like, especially when I see the Five of Pentacles, because like this is just confirming like the Five of Pentacles we had earlier, feeling rejected, feeling neglected, feeling left out in the cold. You're seeing them as the reason for your happiness. And I can speak from experience. I have done this where I make my twin flame the sole reason for me to be happy. And the only way I can be truly happy is if I am together with my twin flame. So what I'm getting from these two cards is that you're seeing you're seeing them as abandoning you. You're seeing them as neglecting you, not making you a priority, off in their own world. You're seeing this connection. You're seeing them as drifting away, not giving you what you deserve. And what I want to say is that all twin flames do this, especially for if your twin flame appears to be running. We are looking at them like we've just lost everything. We lost our best friend. We lost the love of our lives. And it's very disheartening. It's very sad. I'm feeling your emotions as I say it. So it's like you're seeing them as the end all, is it end all be all of your happiness? And what I'm really guided to say is that this will continue until we realize that they are not everything, the end all be all of our happiness. Certainly not. It feels like it is. It's like that romantic part of us that places that on them, saying like, yeah, you're the reason for me to be happy. For us to be in union is when I will be happy. And the universe is saying, if your twin flame is your reason to be happy, you're still going to be in separation until you learn that they are not the reason, that union is not the reason for your happily ever after. So that's pretty much like how you're seeing the connection, but also why it's happening is because that's your belief. You may not say it out loud, you may not admit it or tell them or tell anyone, but it's in your heart. It's how you feel. It's like without them in your life, you cannot be happy. We all do that. Everyone that falls in love places all their eggs in their basket, and it's like, if I can't be with them, I can't be happy. And I know that's how it feels, but the universe is saying that that is not true. That is the furthest thing from the truth. And once we realize that all we need to be happy is ourself, but we're not taught that. We are conditioned to believe that we need another person to feel better, to not feel lonely, so that we feel loved. But that's not the case, because that mindset only teaches us to be codependent. And the universe is like, you are more than that. You are a powerful, sovereign being. You do not need to depend on someone else to be with you, to be happy. And we're all like, yes, we do. And the universe is like, no, you don't. So that's how you're seeing them. And it's very natural, especially if you're new to the twin flame journey. But even if you've been on it for a number of years, like myself, it's still natural to feel that way. We are conditioned in our society, to not be alone. That being alone, being single is not the norm, or it's different. Like everyone has to be paired up. But when you really think about it, that just promotes codependency. Like, we can be completely happy and empowered on our own. And when we understand that, and when we really step into our sovereignty, knowing that with or without someone, you are brilliant. You will shine like no other. That's when you will attract your twin flame who will also be of the same mindset. So if two twin flames are in the mindset of codependency, that will just keep you in separation. Because twin flame union can only thrive in the highest of vibrations. Codependency is a very low vibration. It's the opposite of empowering. So that's how you're seeing your twin flame and your connection, and it's very natural. The sooner we can see this as an opportunity for ourselves to become empowered by the situation, you've won. You've won. Because not only will you step into your power, but you will shift the energy and your twin flame will have to follow. So the way you're seeing your connection right now, it's almost obvious. It's always like the basis of these readings, but it's really also to give you insight into what we don't see that's really happening. So the universe supports union. However, the universe is also showing you why we're in separation. I know. Doesn't feel the greatest, and we often don't want to take responsibility. But it's almost just like a little shift in perception, really. And just that shift alone can, create miracles. So switching up the deck again, let's now get into how they are seeing you and your connection. How are they seeing you and your connection? How are they seeing you and your connection? Because it seems like they don't give a damn. How are they seeing you and your connection? There's one. Okay. We have the Magician. We have the Three of Cups. And we have the 10, I want to say this is 10 of Swords. Or this could be 10 of Wands. We're going to go with 10 of Wands. Okay, so how they're seeing you. They're so very attracted to you. They have not lost their attraction to you. They're still very drawn to you. They almost see you as like they see you as a like divinely connected, like connected to the divine. So this is you, and that's how they see you. And they see you as like how they're seeing you is also transforming, I want to say, with the Magician. They're admiring you. They see how strong you are. Three of Cups. I see Three of Cups as a celebration of love. I see Three of Cups as a reunion card, but I'm getting that they're seeing different sides of you that they maybe have never seen before. Hopefully it's all positive. But they're seeing different sides of you that they didn't know was there. They're seeing you as like you're taking on a lot in your life. They're very much aware of you. So they could be like following you on, social media, keeping tabs on you. But even if they're not seeing you on social media, or they don't have any idea what you're up to, energetically they're picking up your vibes, and they're seeing you as moving forward in your life. It almost seems like to them that you're drifting away from them, like you're moving on, and it's like you can't be bothered with them anymore, because they see you as very empowered, maybe very successful. I want to say, like, they see you as working diligently on something, or working very hard on something, or working very hard on yourself. So it could be through work, or, maybe you're working out, or maybe you're just taking really better care of yourself. And it's like they can sense that. They're sensing your empowerment. So despite the way you are seeing them, and like the way you're seeing them, the way they see you is like complete opposite. Like they admire you, they look up to you, they admire what you're doing. They're seeing different sides of you that they didn't realize before. So they could be like regretting making the wrong decision, not choosing your connection. They see you as this I want to say, like, very empowered person. They see your strength. That's so beautiful. So that would be great if we could also see them in that same light, because the way they see you is very positive, despite them not being around, despite your feelings about them. They see you in a completely different light. They see you in this beautiful light. And what they may be picking up on is your inner work, your personal development, your healing, your forgiveness. Like they are seeing you in your true light. So it would be beneficial for us to see them in their highest light, because when that happens, it brings you closer to union, brings you into union. Okay, so where are we at? What do you want to know next? Messages from your twin flame? Yeah, let's get some messages from your twin flame. Messages from your twin flame. Let's see what they want you to know. What does your twin flame want you to know? What does your twin flame want you to know? We'll take a couple more. What does your twin flame want you to know? Okay. I do miss you. Sorry, that's backwards. I feel connected to you. My heart is open now. I have confidence in you. I want to start brand new with you. So their heart is open to you. They miss you. They think about you. They're seeing you in this beautiful light. They want this new beginning with you. They have confidence that you are going to do whatever it takes on your end to be with them, but also to be there. Sorry, I'm just moving this candle because I can hear this shaking noise. And they still feel connected to you. So no matter how long it's been, no matter what they're up to in their lives, they are connecting with you and they want this new beginning. So let's see what is blocking them from doing this. What is blocking your twin flame from having this new beginning with you? What is stopping your twin flame? What is stopping your twin flame from this new beginning with you? We'll take one more. Perfect. I'm walking away. Oh, they're afraid that you're walking away. So I'm also getting that what's blocking them is that they have this fear that when they approach you after all this time, after everything that's happened, that you're just going to walk away. You're going to be like, no, are you crazy? I'm not going back with you. That's what they think you're going to do. And you may very well say that. You may very well do that, feel that. So they're fearing rejection. So again, this is a pattern that stems from childhood. Both you and your twin flame experienced feeling rejected. We all do at some point in our lives. And when it happens at a very young age, that stays with you. We're not taught how to not feel rejected. We're not taught how to process that, much less feel it. Sometimes we feel it, but then we don't know how to heal from it. We don't know how to move forward from it. We don't know how to learn from it. So this pattern of rejection keeps happening in all your relationships and comes up so strongly, so powerfully in your twin flame connection. I know, because it is meant to do that so that we can heal from it. We can heal from that pattern. We can heal from that first time it happened when we experienced feeling rejected. So that's what's blocking them, because they're fearing rejection. So when you heal within you your fear of rejection, you shift the energy, you transform the energy, and it opens up their healing to this rejection. The next one we have is, I blame you for what happened to us. So they're blaming you, you're blaming them. You both have like two sides to the story and you both think you're right. This is like stubbornness and just plain, I'm right, you're wrong, and I'm not going to forgive you until you admit you're wrong. I know. And that sounds like it sounds right, but it's not. Because whenever there's blame, whenever there's resentment, whenever there's this strong, I'm right and you're wrong, that's what creates wars in our world, that type of mindset. So this blaming each other and like not letting it go stems from suppressed anger and resentment from childhood. Something happened, or it was like this prolonged thing that you had anger towards. Could have been a parent, both your parents, a family member, someone you were really angry at that you just couldn't let it go. And you're still not letting it go because that's why this card came up. And that's why they are like blaming you, because you're still blaming someone from your childhood and you haven't let it go yet. You're blaming someone for how things turned out. You're blaming someone for how you turned out. And I know what that feels like, because it took me so much inner work to not blame my dad for how I turned out, for not blaming my mom for how angry she made me at her. And all this anger comes up in your connection so that we can heal it. And I know I sound like a broken record, but that's how energy works. We cannot suppress energy. It's like, stuffing everything in a box and then one day it just all explodes. Well, guess what? It's all exploding in twin flame connections. This is why all this toxicity happens. This is why the term narcissist happens. This is why we think they are, so evil. It's because of this suppressed toxic energy that that needs somewhere to go, but it's just being like locked away in a box. So it's coming out now and it has to be healed. So when you can forgive your parents, family members, loved ones, whoever it was that really hurt you as a child, you will stop blaming your twin flame and they will stop blaming you. It's so much work. It's exhausting. I know. I'm moving on. I'm much happier. So, yeah, like they think you've moved on. They see you in social media, or they see you, or they sense you, that you're happy, you moved on. Like you want nothing to do with them. Or that's how you are feeling about them. Whatever the case is, it's blocking your connection because you're creating separation. When you're saying, my twin flame has moved on, they're much happier, the fact that you say it and think it is what you are creating. So stop it. Don't say that. Like, don't. If you can't say anything positive, then don't say it at all. Because the minute you say that they're happier without you and they're moving on, over time, it's almost, like impossible for them to come back because you keep saying this. So that's what's blocking your connection. But it also is because someone abandoned you as a child. Someone left you, they moved on. It could have even been like a childhood best friend that moved away, moved on, or someone that you really liked and that really liked you, and they just up and left and they moved on and they seemed happier without you. Like, how can they be happy without me when we were so happy when we were together? So that pain of like that abandonment is still there, and it's blocking your connection because you're projecting that fear onto your connection, onto your twin flame, which is causing them to run because you're creating it. That's how powerful you are. That's how powerful you are. So if you can't say anything positive about your connection, please, for your own good, do not say anything. I need balance. So your twin flame is going through a lot of, I want to say, a lot of shifts that are showing them where things are out of balance. The sooner that we can identify that something is happening because of an imbalance, the sooner it can be resolved. So your twin flame is going through something and they're being forced to look at it, right? So as we saw earlier, it seems like they're running, but the universe is saying, you gotta pay attention to this because, you know, something has caught on fire and you gotta put out the fire. So that's what's happening with them, because there's this lack of balance. So emotionally, it typically stems from our emotional well-being. When our emotions are out of whack, when we are more in a chaotic type of energy and there's not much peace or harmony, like it's out of balance. And the universe, nature is about bringing everything back to balance. So the universe is going to show you that there's an imbalance. As a child growing up, you had similar experiences where maybe you were more, I'm just using this as an example, where a child feels more sadness than happiness, where there's very few happy moments and memories as opposed to feeling lost, alone, neglected, sad, you know. And as children, we still remain loyal to our parents, so we suppress all of those emotions because we don't want to admit that we were sad or lonely. But there's an imbalance there. So that is a pattern that tends to repeat in our adult lives, causing us to have things out of balance, causing, you know, because it stems from our emotional state of being. So these are all energy blocks that are keeping you both in separation. So being aware of these is like the first step to overcoming them. Because if there were no blocks, you would be with your twin flame, right? So awareness is the first step. Insight and really having the self-awareness to see, okay, there's a reason why I don't have what I want. And that reason is me, right? When you could admit that, that is self-awareness. And that's all you really need to like figure out what the blocks are. So with inner child, because our inner child is like a part of us where our emotions are, we're not taught how to deal with that. We're not taught how to deal with our emotions or that we even have an inner child. So, you know, there's a ton of information on the internet, but that's part of the reason why, you know, I started my channel and I started Instagram, is to help get information out there. So these are the blocks. Okay, so let's see what is, what's coming up for you. Yeah, what's coming up for you? I'm just trying to think of which deck to use. Yeah, I'll use this one. What's coming up for you and your twin flame connection? What's coming up for you? That's way too many. Okay, I'm being guided to take all of them. Okay, so the first one we have is Three of Pentacles. I want to say Three of Pentacles is a card of teamwork. So something, some underlying energies is bringing you together to work as a team. Your twin flame connection is not just meant to be romantic and like the perfect partner. Twin flames have a divine purpose, and that is to assist humanity. It is to help heal the world. It's to help bring unconditional love back to the planet. So all of that being said, it ties in with whatever you're both good at, whatever you're both interested in, to work as a team. So even if it's just to have a family and bring conscious parenting, healing to your family, that's a beautiful way of having teamwork as two conscious parents raising conscious children, which will help us create a more conscious planet. That's working as a team, right? So that might seem far off, or it could seem like it's in the near future. But wherever you're at and wherever they're at, it's bringing you both learning and experience to help you be good, to work as a team, to be good team dynamic. So they could be working on things to help them let go of resentment. You could be working on things that bring you more empowered, that put you in a leadership role, because you and your twin flame are meant to guide others. So there's this energy that is teamwork. And what does that mean? It means you're meant to be together for a higher purpose, not just so that you can, grow old and live happily ever after. And, no, you're meant to do something greater. And it's to help others and, work as a team. So even if that's you, still healing and getting to a point where you can forgive others, forgive parents, forgive people. I know that I'm still working on forgiveness. Then that is what is helping you, so that when you come together, you work as a team, you can forgive your twin flame. Right? So it means that what's coming up for you is union, but also the lessons that you need to learn in order to be good team mates, team players, in order to be a good team. That's what you're learning. That's what they're learning. So that's amazing. The lessons aren't always easy because we're stubborn and we don't want to learn the lessons. We're lazy. I get it. But it's all so that we can learn how to play nice when that time comes with our twin flame. Six of Swords. You're in separation because they're learning and you're learning how to not carry baggage from the past. So when you got into this connection, you were actually carrying baggage from your previous connection, previous relationships, because they were stemming from your childhood, but also stemming from past lives. So, Six of Swords is like traveling to a new place to like feel better. So this lifetime, you're like, okay, I just want to feel better in this lifetime. But meanwhile, there's six swords that you're carrying with you that are from the past. So what is happening is that you're working on letting that go. And that's why you're in separation, because when you come into union, you're going to have left those swords behind. So that takes work to actually put the swords down one by one, means letting go of the past and all previous lifetimes where, you were hurt badly. But keep in mind, in the past, you may have been the one to hurt them. So they have to also not carry that baggage from your past lives. So that's what separation is about doing that inner work. And you're like, why can't we just be together? And I know I ask myself that same question, but it makes sense because we haven't learned the lessons to really love unconditionally. When you can honestly say, I can love unconditionally 100%, when I can forgive, when I can have compassion, when I can self-love, when I can be completely, like there's no codependencies, then you're ready. But separation is so that we can be ready. And we have the 10. I want to see what this is. Sorry, give me one sec, guys. Okay, so the next card has a child on it, and I always want to say like it has to do with inner child, but this is the Wheel of Fortune. Sorry, this is a Wheel of Fortune. So, and I'm kind of seeing like she's making a wish. So like your childhood wishes are meant to become manifest. So I want to say, like, when you make your childhood wishes come true, that puts you in such a high vibration that you'll be able to, your inner child can let go of the hurt, because what they're experiencing is like their wishes coming true. So if it's like, yeah, your inner child always wanted to learn how to ride a bike or ride a motorcycle, and you're doing it, like the last thing they're going to think of is, who hurt them when they were a child, or who hurt you in a past life. Like you're going to be so happy. So I'm really getting like things are really shifting. You're making things happen for you that you've always wanted. That in itself will bring you in such a high vibration. You have to come into union. So what I'm picking up from these 3 cards already is union. And it doesn't just happen, but it's like showing us what it takes to come into union. So again, this is inner child work. Because sometimes we don't know how. So we can forgive someone on a mental level. We can let go of it emotionally. But there's also like energetically. So it has to be like forgiveness on every level. It has to be healing on every level, is what I'm saying. And then we have the World card. So the World card is like fulfillment. So I want to say, like, this is empowerment for both of you, because when you're both in your power, you are in alignment with who you truly are, and you have to come into union. Whether or not you choose to be in union is a completely different story, but if you're still choosing it and you are in your power, it will happen. It has to. It's law of attraction. But we must be that of which we want to attract. And then we have the Knight of Wands. Passion. I want to say, like, this is pretty fast moving energy. So I want to say, like, passion ignited, but also like faster moving energy. You're going to be able to, in your own lives, in each of your lives, things happen quicker for you. So you have that energy working for you, working with you. And it is because of this passion, this ongoing passion that is constantly being reawakened in twin flames. Just when you think like the spark has fizzled and died, the next day you wake up full of desire and longing for your twin flame, and you're like, what the heck is happening? I know, it's crazy, and it seems so unfair, because just when you think, okay, I'm okay with just letting go and accepting things for the way they are, and I'm not going to have hope anymore, I'm just going to move on, and I'm going to find somebody new, and you make peace with that. And then you wake up the next morning and Knight of Wands energy has reawakened your passion. It happens. It's kind of annoying, right? Just trying to live. So I want to say what's coming up for you is union, but also is the inner work to get there. It can magically happen, but just like anything we want, we have to work to get there. And all that means is that work that's happening is to align us to be able to receive what we want, and to, give us that confidence to receive what we want, to be who we want to be. And that doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't. I know. Because I'm going to be 53 next April. And, nothing has happened overnight for me. And anything that I'm experiencing now in my life is because I've been working on it for almost like 30 years, my whole adult life. I began like a spiritual awakening in my 20s, and I'm still learning new things every day. And like there's just so much information that's available, and a lot of it is just channeled information, but it's like the learning never ends. We are on this journey, and we are always like learning. So be patient with yourselves, because it doesn't happen overnight, but you will blossom, because your time is happening, your time is coming. So it's up to you. Are you going to have faith? Are you going to keep believing in what you want? It's just like whatever you wanted to achieve that you have now. It didn't happen overnight. You had to work to get it. You had to believe in it. You had to have faith. And that's the same thing with Twin Flame Union. So it's all up to you, because if you still want it, it's on the table literally for you. If you want Twin Flame Union, it is available to you. What helps is choosing it every day, even when you want to give up. That's just like any goal, right? Even when you want to give up on the goal, you just keep going. It's like tending to a garden, you know, or working on a business. Some days you don't want to, but then you just have to keep working at it until you get to where you want to be. And that's exactly with Twin Flame Union. We have to work at it. We have to work on ourselves. That's the best possible way to get to union, is to work on ourselves. And I go over this in the 12-week online course, which is still available at 50% off. I would love to work with you. Take advantage of 50% off till December 31st. That's in a couple of days. So I'd be so honored to work with you. There is an inner child healing that is included in the course. So take advantage of that, because the healings, even though they're still on promo for $295, it's included in the price when you purchase the online course. So it's here, it's a tool to help you come into inner alignment and inner union in order to attract outer union. So please message me. Again, I would be honored, so very honored to work with you. So this reading, if it resonates, please like, please subscribe, please share, please book your twin flame reading, because it is part of my divine purpose to guide twin flames on their journey back to oneness, wholeness, and love. So please do book your reading with me. I would be so honored to work with you. So I really hope you all enjoyed this twin flame reading. I hope you're all enjoying your time wherever you are, whatever you may be doing, celebrating or not celebrating. I am so thankful that you have chosen to spend your time here with me. So again, thank you so very much. And until next time, I'm wishing you all so much love and peace.